Gotta sail through their borders to get through.
Education is the best provision for old age.
Okay, we got universities as an option now. We need to get those up in every city. Libraries are the prereq for that, but we already have that, or we wouldn't be building the National College, which is almost done. It's going to boost our research quite a bit. We can get fish and boat stuff. We can get a sea route, trade route. We should do that because we could use another one. Let's go ahead and get construction. We're overdue on that. It won't take too long. We can knock something else out. Hey, Great Barrier Reef. Great. We had just filled a quest for Riga, I think, for finding that. Or was it Kiev? No, it was Riga. We'll get the credit next turn. I love the Great Barrier Reef. There's always two. A very nice thing. He's got it down here, unfortunately. I would totally build a city in the vicinity of that if he didn't already have one. That jerk.
Three things are to be looked to in building.
More universities. More goodness. We're making 36 science here. The college will help us out quite a bit. We'll see exactly how much soon. What we want next, let's get the compasses. Now that we have education, we should catch up on things we missed. One thing I do want is this wonder. If I'm going to build a wonder, this is the one I want. It's architecture required. It requires rationalism, which we're going to go into. And then the next big leap in science is the public schools. So that's where we should head as quickly as we can. We need compasses, though. I should get that first. And after that, we'll head straight for that.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
Would you like some iron? You wouldn't. Okay. She wants me to give it to her for free. No. Anybody wants some iron. I sell extra strategics.
Was habt ihr gesagt?
He'll give me 6 gold for that. See, you can make it 6 gold a turn instead of just sitting on iron I'm not using. Nice way to use it. Now we're making 53 science here, and we will generate even more with this. We have the money for something. I tend to spend it on, well, if I'm building a new city, which I will do soon, I'm going to save that money for the new city. I got to pick where I'm going to put it. Where will it be? There's no place up here, really. I could put the city right here. Get the truffles eventually. Get the gems eventually. It'll take a little bit of growing, but it can be done. That's probably the best place right there. Kind of weird, but yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Let's do that. It'll be an odd-shaped city, but I mean, we can totally get the truffles and the gems in one go. That's the way to go. City will pay for itself. I think these guys are about due to come home. They've seen about all they're gonna see. That land's all taken. I just saved that cargo ship from getting captured. That would have sucked. It's trading with me. I'm getting money for that.
I find the great thing in this world is not so much where we stand, as in what direction we are moving.
Yeah, if you give strategic resources to somebody, they will use them. So yeah, you do not want to trade them away for no reason. I wouldn't give horses to the Huns if I were on the like. I don't care what Denmark or Germany do with that iron because they won't come after me. So you know, have at it, guys. I'll sell it to them. But if they were my neighbor, I would consider trading with someone else. I don't want them to turn back on me with the weapons I gave to them. Okay, we got what we were looking for. Now it is time for us to get architecture. And then scientific theory, which is going to require some more stuff. Economics for one. It's pretty much going to require us to get a lot of the stuff we're skipping up until now. But in the meantime, architecture. That's our next big step. I'm gonna have a lot of gold to blow into this Great Gramelon. I don't know what to call the next city. Just gonna keep going down the tree there. We should be getting close to rationalism. We need to be in the Renaissance. We need a social policy to tick as soon as we get acoustics, which is going to be a little while. I need to balance it in such a way that I get that correctly. So let's do the math on that. Adopt a policy. We only have one choice here. Happiness for harbors, seaports, lighthouses. Anyway, we need 740. We're getting 20 a turn. We're talking about 30 turns, right? I would say in about 20 turns I'll start working on acoustics. Make sure that I get the Renaissance era before we get the culture policy. That way, as soon as we hit it, we can go right into the rationalism tree, get science. How long have I had a spy? I didn't even notice that. We need to put him to work. Let's send him to, well, let's check. Do we know who's leading the board? We don't. We know who's not. Me. Let's just put him on Elizabeth. I bet she's doing pretty well. I know she has crossbowmen, I don't have that, so. Gramelon demands marble. Well, we'll have that soon. Relax, Gramelon. Settler in 4 turns will grow. We'll build a settler after that. Let's finish the cargo ship. We might be able to explore a little bit to the west, but I'm not too worried about it. Circuses have no maintenance cost. They require horses or elephants, but we might as well build that. Our happiness isn't too hot. We need to keep it above ground. We need to stay positive or our growth will take a huge hit. Yay! Catholic. The Catholics are here, finally. Good. That's going to help a lot. Now we have their faith. We get all the faith bonuses from that. We can buy monasteries for one. I don't know how much that helps us, though. Incense and wine is the big thing, therefore we don't really have any of that stuff. It does give us a little bit of a bonus otherwise, doesn't it? Yeah, 2 faith, 2 culture, regardless, so there's a place to put our faith for now. Already reaping some benefits from that, so mark it down here. Next. Okay, time for that settler. Got another cargo ship here. Can trade with London. Get even more Catholic influence. I could trade food to other cities or other cities of mine, yeah, but I would only do that with the newest city right now, anyway.
Their rising all at once was as the sound of thunder, heard remote. In the country of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
We are here, Renaissance. Now we can get into our tree that we like so much. All I had to do was prioritize acoustics because the cutoff line's right here. We did need acoustics anyway, so that's fine. Where are you, Great Rider? Give us a culture boost. Let's get that thing moving. As soon as possible, I want that. People always ask me why I save Oxford, and I feel like it's better used later on in the game. These techs right now, they don't take very long to research, and none of them are huge factors in my winning. If I were going to use it, I would use it for architecture, and I would only save 11 turns. Whereas if I waited until something like flight, 29 turns, this would go down, of course, but it's still, the further down here you go, the longer it takes, even if you're booming in science. I'm going to use Oxford for nanotechnology, probably, if I get that far, because I need that to win, and it's going to take forever. And particle physics, too. We need both of these. Oxford could knock one of these off of here, if I just hold on to it for that long. That's what I do with it, anyway. Getting a free tech on any tech you want, I feel like you should save it. Oh, what do we do here? We can get more science. Trading with Germany, so let's do that. More money, too.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse, dass ihr dieses Angebot sorgfältig prüft.
I've lost games to tourism by opening borders for no reason, but it makes them happy, so unless I see him go nuts with tourism, maybe I'll change my mind later. For now, he can have 30 turns of tourism.
The merchants and the traders have come. Their profits are preordained.
No, the Oxford University is a national wonder. It cannot be taken by anybody. I bet that confuses a lot of people. Because if you look at this thing, I really don't like it. Like the way they have this listed here. They have them lumped in one category. They really should have two of these. One for nationals and one for non. Because National Epic, Artists Guild, Oxford, Musicians Guild, those are four of these 6 wonders are national. And I can build them whenever I want. And you might get confused by that if you just have to memorize them or, you know, pay attention to the definition, but some of them don't even... Yeah, let's be friends. Certainly the Oxford doesn't give it away. What really tells you about it is that it says, must have a university built in all cities. Anything like that is a national. Must have a monument in all cities for the National Epic. The Artist Guild doesn't have anything like that, though, so you just have to know that that's a national wonder. And that's kind of annoying. Like, I don't like that you have to memorize it, but, you know, once you do, you realize that you can use that Oxford on any tech you want. It's your choice. Nice thing about Oxford, too, is later on you can build it in like 5 turns. It's nothing. You can drop that in no time. It's work to do it right now. What are we going to build here? My main city did get some production in the end. It's leading over these other cities. I think we'll just go ahead and get the amphitheater, get some culture going. Okay, like I said, this city's going right here. really, really goofy place. The game doesn't agree with me for sure, but I want the gems, I want the truffles. The city's gonna cause me some unhappiness. I can't really afford that. But if I get those two luxuries, suddenly, you know, I'm gaining happiness from the city instead of losing it. Opera House is a nice culture boost. We can get some happiness from there. Let's get the lighthouse, though, and get moving on that.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
Not right now. Maybe later. I want to see if anyone else has anything to trade that I could use.
Was nun?
Let's trade back to
Was habt
furs.
ihr gesagt?
Mix it up. You want some horses? You do. You love horses. Great. I got horses for you.
Dass ihr
Ah. Barbarians are running around.
Whoso pulleth out the sword of the stone.
That makes me nervous. Let's get these archers up where they can guard my settlers, and I don't want them to be on the water if that's the case.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse.
Okay, research
dass ihr
agreements have
dieses
begun.
Angebot sorgfältig prüft.
This requires friendship. It requires a reaching of tech. I'm pretty sure we are there. I mean, obviously we're there, but I'm not sure which one it is exactly. Probably the one that gave us universities. But anyway, if we are at peace for 30 turns, we both get a lump sum of science. Costs 250 gold each right now. Beneficial to both
In
of us.
Ordnung.
I'd be a fool to turn that down when I'm going for a science victory. He's gonna start charging me money for it later. Need to guard my settlers. I'm kind of keen on not walking them up here. There could be a barbarian nest respawned up here, and they could take my settlers. That would be obnoxious. Oh, we can steal tech from England. Engineering, really, really awful tech to steal. Really far back here, and we already. Well, we don't have a choice. This is what we're taking. We'll take machinery next, I guess. She went straight to here, I guess. She went to machinery for her longbowman.
Instrumental or mechanical science is the noblest, and above all the others, the most useful.
Ah, the science begins again. We got another scientist born. There's that barbarian. It's just a ship. That's not a problem for us. So we're still at the point where I want to improve tiles over getting what 1,000 science versus 8. Yeah, 8 science a turn. It's pretty good, 1,000 science, and we could rush towards our building that we're trying to get in the architecture tree. We would get banking instantly, and we would learn. How much is 8,000 science? Yeah, that's quite a bit actually. I'm debating doing that. It'd take more than 100 turns for it to pay for itself at this point, and we can reap some immediate benefits. This is pretty close to the point where I start debating. Like, if it were any earlier, I would definitely make a tile improvement, and if it were the industrial, then no doubt about it, I'd be hitting that lump sum button. But since we are so close to this wonder that I actually do want, I think I'm gonna go lump sum and see if I can build that thing. Let's do it. Let's get banking and most of architecture too.
Happiness. A good bank account, a good cook, and a good digestion.
Alright. We can build a Sistine Chapel. We need to look at the fact that we're going to be working on the porcelain tower here in 7 turns. That's the plan, so not doing the chapel. It gives us some culture. It's pretty good, but I'm not doing that. Artist Guild, we can do that for 7 turns, have that ready to go. That'll give us some instant golden ages on demand. A little bit closer. Come on. I want that city. That'll be Papillon. Papillon will be born in 2 turns, and like I said, it really is a goofy place to put a city. But if I'm understanding this right, I will be able to stretch out to both those luxuries, as well as all these other wonderful things. Maybe even these spices, and well, definitely the dye. I think I can get all these things, except for maybe the deer and the sheep. And that would be pretty good. That would prove the game wrong. It's usually pretty accurate, but in this case, I think it's incorrect with where it's telling me to build. I got a plan for that place. Let's get a... what do we need? We need a cargo ship. Let's go ahead and build it here. We got things to do in our capital. We can't afford to stop building there. We got so much money. We're gonna dump it all in this city here. Next turn. That's what I'm saving it for. We really need cargo ships. Wow, we got 3 trading routes we're not taking advantage of. That's where I'm gonna put my time then. And Gramelon too. Get you up there to guard that city. Now we can buy tiles to get up there, and I would like to have those truffles. I would like to buy some good tiles, but our population's not high enough right now to work on them anyway, so before we do anything we need to fix that. We'll buy tiles later on. Granary. Lighthouse. We need to get rid of these damn boats though. What else do we want to buy here? Library will start paying off soon, but not worth buying yet. As soon as we get some faith, we can buy another monastery. You know what, we can buy a harbor here and not have to build roads all the way down there. That's what I'll buy. That'll connect to Babylon. We will just manually build the library. Oh, get out of my harbor! These archers will take care of you. Steel tech. Good. She's got real techs to steal now. Astronomy. Very nice. I want that. That's the big payoff here. Printing press would be nice, but we need machinery first for that, and I don't even care about that. So... Astronomy. Good.
Joyfully to the breeze, royal Odysseus spread his sail, and with his rudder skillfully he steered.
Are we catching up? We're not last anymore. Elizabeth is last. Well, we are last, but we're tied with her. We're tied with a couple people for last. But anyway, she has different techs than me. I know she does because I don't have crossbowmen still, and I know she does, so... We can keep on stealing from her. That's why it's going by so quickly if you look at our spy. 15 turns, free tech. Very nice. He's doing his job. Pesh Galderamesh. Good work.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse,
You bet I want to keep that deal. Oh, I've been caught. Well, you know what? Her texts are not worth making her angry. I will move the spy. I'll promise to back off. That'll make her... This will soften the blow of me being caught. Always a risk when you're stealing from them. You'll make them angry.
Architecture begins where engineering ends.
All 4 of these are nice, but the only one that really benefits us here is the Porcelain Tower. Taj Mahal's kind of lame. Just the golden age and 4 happiness. It's not horrible. I mean, if you really need happiness, you'd be collecting all the wonders that give you happiness. And that's one of them. It's not that great, though, compared to the other. Like, the Notre Dame gives you 10. Notre Dame. And, the other 2 are culture. This one's science. This one gives us a great scientist. And lots more science from research agreements, which we're going to have a lot of, if I can help it. Let's upgrade our archer. Might as well. He's kind of late. I'm going to keep him all game. Next up on the research tree is scientific theory. Let's move our spy, like we promised we would, to some other place. Germany. I seem to recall Germany being far behind. How about Denmark? Let's see how they're doing. Pretty sure, I always forget, but I'm pretty sure we need a harbor to get a trade route with Papalan. Even if we don't, we should still build it. But we need to get moving on the Porcelain Tower, and we can't even do that until we get a culture level, so we're really close. It's going to be 3 turns. We'll put that towards the harbor in the meantime.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
Yeah. Sure. Ah, Germany is the lead tech. Well, we should establish on Copenhagen since we already started. Maybe we'll get the techs quickly off of him. Our cargo ship just finished. We can build a caravel and see the world. We can get the other buildings we're missing here. We could use some faith. We probably should start making the faith buildings. We could use a bank. A bank wouldn't help us too much. Not here. Our gold is only 3. That's awful. 3 gold. Jeez. Not even worth building that right now. I mean, it's a benefit of 2 gold no matter how you look at it. We do gain from it, but it's like, I'd rather have the faith and some other stuff first. I'd really rather have the caravel if it's coming down to brass tacks. Let's move this to Babylon and trade from there. You can build the you're making 7 gold a turn. It's a little bit better for you to build a bank because you will get 3 gold. We'll do that. Rationalism is upon us. We are making 140 science. Now we are making 154. And this right here, this first tech, this is the Korean bonus I was talking about. Except it stacks with this secularism, and it is very nice. It adds up really quick. This is good too. Humanism, 25% scientist generation. That stacks with the one we get for Babylon. This free thought gives us even more science. This gives us research agreement boost, and it stacks with the porcelain tower boost that we're trying to get right now. This gives us money. That's not so great. Yeah, I mean, money is money. For finishing the whole tree, we can buy great scientists, and we get a free tech. So that's rationalism. Obvious choice for us. Pretty good choice in general. Where do we want to send this boat? Copenhagen's obvious choice. And the other boat is going to Papalan for 9 food and some Christianity up there. Make you grow instantly.